Hey guys, this is Trav Max Fun and welcome back to my channel. And today I am doing my third D23 Expo 2022 prediction video for my D23 2022 prediction video series. This is the third video in this series, and my previous predictions D23 predictions video was my predictions for the Walt Disney Studio films. At the end of last video, I said that my next predictions video would be for Lucasfilm, and that's what this video is going to be all about today, is giving you guys my predictions for the Lucasfilm stuff for D23 Expo 2022, what could possibly be talked about, announced, showcased for Lucasfilm at D23. Just want to say a few things before we start. Everything I talk about in this video, some of it will... This is just predictions, guys. So some of the stuff I am going to talk about in this video might not be talked about at the expo. I'm not saying that all of this stuff I'm going to be talking about today will 100% be talked about at the expo. This is all just predictions. This is all just predictions of stuff from movies and shows from Lucasfilm that has a chance of being talked about and or announced at D23. So once again, just predictions, speculation, and yeah. So without further ado, let's begin. Alright, we are going to start off with Andor, which premieres in only a couple of weeks, September 21st, the first 3 episodes on Disney+, and Andor, I think, has a 100% chance of being talked about for a little bit at D23. The cast and crew will probably come out on stage and talk about the show a little bit, and we'll probably get like a 30 to 60 second sneak peek or new look of the show. And yeah, so I think Andor has a 100% chance of being talked about at D23. Next up is The Bad Batch Season 2, which is set to premiere in fall of this year, fall 2022. And Bad Batch Season 2, Bad Batch Season 2, I actually think has a 100% chance of being talked about at the expo. If it comes out in fall, we're already in September, I think it has a 100% chance of being talked about. So Bad Batch Season 2, I think we will get a brand new trailer for the show, and a release date for when the show will debut, and some more details on Season 2, and maybe they'll even announce how many episodes the season is going to have, and confirm if the season premiere for Season 2 will have multiple episode premiere like Andor is going to have. So Bad Batch Season 2, I think, has a 100% chance of being talked about at the expo. Another show I think has a 100% chance of being talked about at the expo is Tales of the Jedi. This is another Star Wars show set to premiere in fall of this year. I think it's 100% likely they'll be talking about this show at the expo. We'll probably get a trailer and a release date for the show. This was a brand new show they announced at Star Wars Celebration, and I think we'll get more details and info on the show at D23. So Tales of the Jedi, 100% think that they'll be talking about this show at the expo, and I'm 100% sure we'll probably get a trailer, release date, and yeah. Now let's talk about some Mandalorian stuff, and we're going to start off with Mandalorian Season 3, which is set to premiere on Disney Plus in February of 2023. And I think Mandalorian Season 3, I think Mandalorian Season 3 yeah, it's very, very possible that they will be talking about Mandalorian Season 3 at the Expo. This was one of the first shows to premiere on Disney Plus, and yeah, it's definitely one of the most popular shows on Disney Plus, and it was one of the first shows to premiere on the streaming service. So, and it was talked about. The first trailer for this show, for like season 1 of the show, premiered at the last D23, which was back in 2019. So it makes sense. It would make sense for them to talk about season 3 at this year's Expo. So I definitely think it's very, very possible they will talk about Mandalorian season 3, and maybe they'll announce a premiere date and maybe even give us a trailer, release it to the public, maybe. They, at Star Wars Celebration, the people who attended Star Wars Celebration, they got 2 looks at The Mandalorian Season 3, like 2 trailers for Mandalorian Season 3. And I don't know if they would show a third trailer I don't know if they would show a third trailer to only the people who attend this event. I know it's not Star Wars Celebration, but you know what I mean. But I don't know if they would want to show another trailer for Mandalorian Season 3 for people who attend the event. So maybe we might get a trailer for Mandalorian Season 3 at the Expo, and maybe even a premiere date. But I definitely think Mandalorian Season 3 has a very likely chance of being talked about at the Expo. Also, sticking with The Mandalorian here, I also think it's very possible that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni will discuss, if they do show up at D23, I don't know, but if they do show up at D23 and talk about Mandalorian Season 3, I think it's very possible they might discuss the future of The Mandalorian, how many more seasons the show is going to have, where all of these spin-offs and this show is heading, because it seems like that they are building up to like an Avengers Endgame level event. So I definitely think it's possible they'll talk about the future of The Mandalorian at D23. Next up, Ahsoka. This is another very highly anticipated show coming to Disney Plus, and it's set to come to Disney Plus next year. People who attended Star Wars Celebration got a little look of the show at Star Wars Celebration, but when Star Wars Celebration happened, they only just begun filming and only had enough footage. And only had enough footage to show just a little bit of the show for the people who attended Star Wars Celebration. But I definitely think it's possible they could talk more about Ahsoka at D23, maybe give us first look images of the show, and maybe like a release window. So maybe like they'll announce maybe it will come in summer 2023 or fall 2023 or winter 2023. And maybe even give us some casting for who's going to be playing Ezra. Ezra, right? Ezra Bridger. Yeah, Ezra Bridger. And Grand Admiral Thrawn. And maybe even more casting news as well. And maybe they'll show like a full 2-minute trailer to the people who do attend D23, so I definitely think Ahsoka has a very likely chance of being talked about at D23. Then we have Skeleton Crew, which is a show being created by John Watts, and this show is also going to star Jude Law, and I also think this has a very likely chance of being talked about at D23. They might give us some more details and info on the show, and give us some more casting news, and maybe even give us a release window. I'm not sure, but I definitely think this also has a likely chance of being talked about at the Expo. Now we have Rangers of the New Republic. Now, maybe they'll give us an update on this show, because this show has been shelved, not canceled, but shelved. So maybe they'll give us an update on the show, whether it's still happening or not. But yeah, so maybe there's a chance that this show will get a little update at D23. Next up is the Book of Boba Fett, and so next up is the Book of Boba Fett, and it's very, very possible that they could announce Season 2 of the show at D23. There's been lots of rumors and speculation that a Season 2 could happen, and if they were to announce a Season 2, D23 would be the place to announce it. So maybe at D23 we'll get an announcement of a Book of Boba Fett Season 2. Another show that could possibly get a Season 2 announcement at D23 is Obi Wan Kenobi. The show that premiered on Disney Plus earlier this year was a really highly anticipated series. And there has also been speculation that a Season 2 could possibly happen. And just like Book of Boba Fett, if they were to announce a Season 2, D23 would be the place to announce it, or Star Wars Celebration, because there is a Star Wars Celebration happening in London, I believe, next year. So all of the Star Wars announcements, maybe they'll only talk about a couple Star Wars related things, because, like I said, they do have another Star Wars Celebration next year, and they'll probably want to save a lot of big announcements and stuff for that event next year. But there's a chance they could announce a Season 2 for Obi Wan Kenobi at the Expo. Next up is Star Wars Visions Season 2, which was confirmed to be happening. It was confirmed at Star Wars Celebration earlier this year, and it was confirmed to be releasing in spring 2023. And I definitely think it's likely that we could get our first look images of the show at D23, and more details on the show as well. And maybe though, I don't know if they would release first footage for the show to the public, but maybe they'll release or show first footage of the show to the people who attend D23. But Star Wars Vision Season 2 could definitely be talked about at D23. Next up is Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures, which is a Disney Junior show, but I believe is still canon to the main timeline. I definitely could see this show being talked about at the Expo. This show is also set to premiere in spring 2023, so maybe we'll get something on this show at the Expo too. So yeah. Now next up, I'm going to talk about a Darth Maul series. So a while ago, it was rumored that a Darth Maul animated series would be happening at Disney Plus. It was just a rumor though, nothing confirmed. But maybe at D23 they'll officially confirm that Darth Maul will be getting his own animated series for Disney Plus. So a Darth Maul animated series officially being announced at D23. I could see it happening. Another spin-off show I could see being officially announced at D23 is a Cal Kestis show. It was just like the Darth Maul show a while ago, it was rumored that Cal Kestis would be getting his own Disney Plus show, and I could definitely see them officially announcing a Cal Kestis spin-off show for Disney Plus at the Expo. Next up, I think it's very possible they could give us updates on these shows/specials, which are the Acolyte, Lando, and a Droid story. The Acolyte has been getting, the Acolyte, we have been getting more information on this show. We got our first casting announcement at San Diego Comic-Con, and we've been getting some more information on the show. So I could definitely see them talking about the Acolyte at D23. I could also definitely see them talking about a droid story at D23. Maybe give us, maybe even give us like a release window for this movie, because I think it's supposed to be a movie. And maybe give us like a first look of this as well. So yeah. But a show that was announced at Disney Investor Day, that we have not gotten any news on since. Hold on, sorry guys. A show that was announced at Disney Investor Day in 2020, and since then we barely have gotten any news on, is the Lando spinoff Disney Plus show. So this was announced at Disney Investor Day, but since then, I think we have barely gotten any news on this show. But D23, maybe they'll talk about this show and give us more information and details. So I could definitely see it happening. So I could definitely see them talk about the Acolyte, Lando, and a droid story at D23. Give us updates on those projects. I think the Acolyte has the most likeliest chance of being talked about at D23 with all the casting and details or information we've been getting these past couple of months. So, yeah. All right, now we're going to move on over to the movie slate, the movie side of things. We're going to start off with Taika Waititi's Star Wars film, and I could definitely see this being talked about at the Expo. Maybe give us a title, maybe even a release date, but I believe Taika Waititi said he's still writing this film, so that kind of seems like it's doubtful that this movie won't be. That seems kind of doubtful that this movie will be talked about at the Expo, but we'll see. So, yeah. Next up is Kevin Feige's Star Wars film. So Kevin Feige is set to produce his own Star Wars movie with Michael Waldron, the writer of Loki and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, set to write this movie. But we really haven't gotten any more like information, details on this film. But maybe at D23 they'll officially confirm that it's happening, and maybe even give us a title, a release date as well. So we'll just have to see. Next up is Rouge Squadron, and just like Rangers of the New Republic, this movie was also shelved, not canceled, but shelved. I don't think it was canceled, but it was shelved, I believe. But maybe at D23 they'll give us an update, like a real quick update, whether or not it's still happening. So, yeah. Then we have Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy. It's been talked about for a while now that Rian Johnson will be making his own Star Wars trilogy. So yeah. And I could possibly see an update on his trilogy at D23. However, it seems very doubtful that's going to happen, because it seems like he's more focused on making the Knives Out films right now. So I don't think we're going to be getting an update on Rian Johnson's trilogy for a very long time. Then we have a Knights of the Old Republic Star Wars film. This film was rumored to be happening a while ago, and then like a couple months ago it was reported that it has been delayed indefinitely. But maybe at D23 they'll confirm it's happening, but maybe not give us a release date. Maybe just give us a title, logo, and confirm it's happening, and that's it. But I could definitely see them announcing a Knights of the Old Republic film. As for just other things for Star Wars, I could definitely see them announcing a couple more Disney Plus shows, Star Wars Disney Plus shows, and I could definitely see them giving us the slate for the future of Star Wars films, because right now it seems like Star Wars is more focusing on their Disney Plus shows than their movies. And at Star Wars Celebration, we really didn't get any information on the Star Wars movie slate. But maybe at D23, they will talk about the movie slate and maybe give us like a timeline of what the slate is going to be and what movies is going to be included in the upcoming slate. So I could definitely see them doing that. So that was all the Star Wars stuff, but there are a couple projects Lucasfilm is working on that are not Star Wars related. First off is the Willow Disney Plus show. At Star Wars Celebration, they gave us our first trailer for the show. It's premiering on November 30th. And with D23 being, this is September, and November is only 2 months away. November is only 2 months away. I think it's very likely we will get our second trailer for this series at D23. And then finally, we have the 5th Indiana Jones film, and I definitely think it's possible they could talk about this film for a little bit. Right now, they're just calling this 5th Indiana Jones film Indiana Jones, but I definitely think there's going to be a title, and maybe at D23, they'll officially announce what the title is going to be, and maybe even give us first look images of the film, and maybe, I don't think we're going to get a trailer, but maybe they'll show a trailer to the people who attend the expo. So yeah, guys, so that wraps up another D23 Expo predictions video. What are your guys' predictions for the Lucasfilm movies and shows for D23? Let me know in the comments down below. So stay tuned for my next D23 predictions video, guys, because it will be the Marvel predictions, my Marvel predictions, and what could be announced, talk about. That's probably going to be a long video because I have a lot of predictions for that. So stay tuned for that video, guys. And yeah, so that's it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time on Trav Max Fun. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.